Hey, hello, and welcome to day 23 of this mindfulness challenge. I'm Anna, your mindfulness teacher, and today we're going to practice mindfulness for 23 minutes. So, everything that you need right now is to find that space, that bubble where you can just isolate for these 23 minutes and go within for this practice, a place that is relatively quiet and that you won't be interrupted. Are we ready? Off we go. Okay, here we are, day 23. Can you believe it? Okay, we have roughly a week left, so let's just make the most intentional time with what we've got. And once you are settled, what usually happens to me is that I do feel settled, but then I realize that if I do something else, that will help me stay even more connected. So if that's the case for you, to see if you can make any necessary adjustments that will help you feel 5, 10, 15% more comfortable right now. Okay, so if you have just made those adjustments, let's consciously transition into today's practice. You may soften your gaze, close your eyes, just make sure that you have the minimum amount of visual distractions right now so you can really go deep and connect with your inner experience. So let's start with a very simple and yet meaningful question that I ask practically every time we come into the challenge. How is your body right now? How does your body feel in this precise moment? And depending on how your body feels today, this might be such a loaded question. It might feel very heavy, but maybe tomorrow it will be a light question, who knows? Or right now it is already light for you, but just taking some time to recognize that you have a body, it is here with you, and just offering this body some space to know what's going on with it. And again, notice if you add, or I should better say, your mind adds any extra layers to that answer or around that question, how your body should or shouldn't be, if you're trying to control anything about it. And if that's the case, release yourself from this extra burden, my friend. This is a tendency of the mind. We add something extra. It's like adding more salt to a dish that is already salty enough. So just release yourself from that and see if you can bring your curiosity instead of just acknowledging that whatever it is just is. Adding anything extra is not really going to change the essence of it. And we're gonna continue focusing on the body today, on the physical self. But today we're gonna bring a gratitude perspective to our bodies. Because I don't know about you, but I've spent so much time of my life living from shoulders to the crown of my head. So really prioritizing and focusing on my head and everything that happened on my mind, that I completely disregarded everything that the body does for me. All these things that my body does and helps and contributes for my survival. My body keeps me alive. So if that's the case for you, or if you just, are open to practice some gratitude and bring more awareness to what you already have in your life, then get comfortable, because this is going to be the practice of today. So the idea is that I will be mentioning some parts of the body. And first, I will offer you some time to think just for yourself. What are you grateful for about this part of the body? And then I will complement your answer, adding some things that I am grateful for, to see if that resonates also with you and you can feel that gratitude. An alternative meditation practice that you can also do, if that feels more aligned with yourself, is just to mentally whisper thank you to that part. That also is a choice. Okay, are we ready? Then I would like to invite you to bring your attention to your feet, to the roots of your body, to this part of the body that it's strongly connected to the earth, to the floor, the ground. So take some time to think, what are you grateful for when you think of your feet? And when I think of my feet, I'm so amazed by all the places that they have taken me. I'm so grateful for every single step that I've taken, that my feet have taken for and with me. And I say for me because when I was little, when we are still toddlers, we're not really conscious if we're walking or not, we're just doing it. And that, I believe, is part of the wisdom of the body. So how grateful I am that my body has that wisdom, had that wisdom that allowed me to explore walking for the first time until this point. And something else that I'm grateful for my feet is everything I can feel in them. If you are from the coast, originally I come from a coast city I've enjoyed so much feeling the sun on the sole of my feet and between my toes. It brings me so much joy just to remember now. So I am grateful for that. Maybe you have this or a different memory, sensorial memory related to your feet. Here comes another one. What about all the times, not anymore as an adult, but I'm sure that when I was little, other adults tickled my feet. And how much laughter and joy did that bring on me and on my experience. So I'm grateful for that as well. Okay, let's just move to the lungs, our forest, inner forest, our oxygen factory. What comes to mind? What gratitude would you like to express to your lungs? I'll stay quiet so you can think of it. Well, when I think of my lungs, the first thing that comes to mind is they're really awesome, you know? Like, thank you, lungs, that you breathe for me. I don't have to think about breathing. I don't need to control the tempo, the amount of times that I breathe during the day. My body does it all for me, and your body does it for you as well. So how cool is that I can go to bed every night without worrying whether I will be waking up or suffocating, because I know my lungs will breathe for me. Thank you, lungs. And then I'm also grateful for all the information that the lungs offer me and in the different ways in which they reflect my emotional state. So if I'm feeling under a lot of pressure, I will shorten my breath. If I feel a lot of anxiety, if I'm afraid of the future, I will even have some pain when I'm breathing. So my body is already alerting me that something feels off. Something does not feel right. So thank you, dear body, dear lungs, that you do that for me. Every single time that you let me know through my breath that I'm not aware of something or that I should change something right now. Okay, let's now invite some gratitude around our mouth, your whole mouth. What comes to mind? So when I think of my mouth, I immediately feel this gratitude around all the flavors that I can taste when I eat something that I enjoy. And it could very well be, a pistachio, I don't know how you pronounce it, this green fruit, nut, this green nut, pistachio, an ice cream of pistachio in Seville, in Sevilla at 40 degrees, it's really hot. You're sweating like crazy, and then you just lick a little bit the ice cream, and immediately there is an explosion in my mouth of taste, the temperature, flavor. It's like, whoa. I'm so grateful for that. And it doesn't actually have to be something sweet. I so enjoy during winter this coconut ginger pumpkin that I make. And it's just so rich. It has an array of flavors and texture, and all that takes place in my mouth. It's pretty amazing, and I'm really grateful for it. And if you have ever lost your sense of smell or taste, I'm sure you know what I mean by being really grateful about this experience. And when I think of my mouth, to the fact that I have strong teeth that allow me to chew and turn my food into really small pieces so it is easier for my stomach to digest, I'm also really grateful about that. Okay, let's move on and focus now on the brain, our neurological center. What are you grateful for when you think of your brain? What comes to mind? Well, every time I think of my brain, I'm so thankful for my memories. There is this data center that stores all my memories. And when I say this, I'm not just thinking of the pleasant memories, those that bring so much joy, but also the unpleasant ones, those that inflicted a lot of pain, because I can learn from it, because they allowed me to have more clarity about the things I don't want to repeat or that I want to avoid or change about myself. And I'm also so grateful for all the the analysis that my brain allows me to do. When I was at the university reading new literature all the time, I was always amazed of how much information I could store and then connect while I was working. That's pretty amazing. And I'm also truly, deeply grateful for my brain because it allows me to learn new languages. And I enjoy so much being able to communicate with people from different cultures than the one I was brought up. Okay, so we have a couple of minutes left. And for these last 2 minutes, I'm gonna remain silent. So you can think of any other part of your body that you would like to show and express your gratitude. Okay, so you can do what I just did, or remember you have the option to just bring your attention to that part of the body and silently say thank you. Okay, I'll let you know when the time has passed. Okay, inhale deeply with me. Exhale, let go of your exhale. Let go of the practice. Good job. You showed up beautifully. Well done. You just practiced 23 minutes of mindfulness. And I'm really grateful. Speaking of gratitude, I'm really deeply grateful that you're here. And I hope to see you tomorrow. So, if you enjoy this practice and would like to get access to these meditations, download them for life, all you gotta do is follow the link I will leave below and register so I can send them once the challenge has finished.